Hi YouTube, we've been camping in our van for the last 4 days here in Brevard, North Carolina, and I wanted to make a video about the changes we've made to it. We've had 3 iterations and I think we like this one the best. So this is the big change from our last design. We've had 3 designs, this is the 3rd. Our first one, we had the bed about this high and you couldn't sit up in here. Then we moved the bed down low, but it was pretty much fixed in place, and we had the bench in front of it. So we had a very small amount of room in front of the bed. Now the bed is on a couple pulleys. They aren't pulleys. I probably should convert these to pulleys, but pulleys are quite expensive. So these are just cheapo night eyes carabiner kind of things, which to lift the bed up, you do this. And I gotta crawl under here.
Your husband thinks you're playing.
Let me finish lifting up this side. Okay. And the really bad thing is when you got to let this down, these won't release. Oh, it just released. But I don't know what happens over time, but they get locked into place and you have to hold with your thumb here and pull really hard to get it to release. Other thing I forgot to mention about the bed is this is a 4-inch firm foam mattress. We had ordered one of these before and we just got the foam and it was perfect density. When we ordered this one, they made us get the fire retardant cover, and then I paid to have a separate cover made out of a denim kind of material, and it made the mattress much firmer than our original one. If I had it to do all over again, I'd get a softer mattress.
Go ahead.
So here's another thing. We keep a lot of stuff up here on bungee cords, like ski poles. We'll put our canoe paddles up here. So I've got a bunch of Milwaukee tools. I have a very bright light, a vacuum cleaner, and I have a fan that I didn't bring on this trip because too cold for a fan. So now I'm going to show you some of the inside of here, and I'm going to light up this area with this. So we made some of these things. Oops, sorry guys. Which pull up. These, when you're riding down the road, rattle a lot because they're standard household kind of hardware, and they just make a lot of noise. So we got another one here, which we never use because you're always in the way. We have storage here, a couple bike fenders, and our ladder, our extending ladder. And back here we have more storage, and over here we have deep storage that we have a couple chairs in, and we can put our bags like this, helmets, that bag there, and then we have a bench that we keep our stove in and all kinds of stuff. Pretty much we almost never open the back one. The other thing is we have a ton of bungee cords we use for purposes of securing stuff like our luggage while we're driving along. I'll put this up here and hook it on there, and then it won't fall off onto the dog. One thing we have in the van are these window shades, which are insulating and also have privacy, and they remove really easily like this. We have them all around here on the front window, on the side window, on this side window, and on the 2 back windows. I actually made some Reflectix things, which you've already taken off for those windows. They work well, except they block the Wi-Fi or cellular data while these are on. Once these are off, we can get cell signal. That's kind of a bummer with these. Maybe something made out of cloth would be better. We have screens for the summer for when it's warm out and the bugs are out. They're Magzo screens, and I have a separate video on those. I have them for the front and the rear, and they're fantastic. One thing I bought on Amazon that's pretty cool is this water pump. You can push it and water comes out into the sink. Another thing I bought at Home Depot is this strainer. which is rubberized and doesn't rattle around like our old one. This pump you can take out and charge via USB. I have a hose down into a water bucket, which I'll show you right now. And this drains into another water container. Okay, so that clean water is here. The dirty water is in this bucket. This just drains into here. We empty this every day. We fill that up as needed. Here's our new cook area where we have a kitchen cabinet here with a drawer. And underneath we have our Goal Zero Yeti 1500X, which is a lithium battery thing, which when it gets cold won't charge. Really preferred our Yeti 1250, but we upgraded to that one, so-called upgraded. We got our Dometic refrigerator. We have another kitchen cabinet. We have a board in the middle that we put in place while we're camping. We move it down there when we're not. We have some LED lights, which are powered by the Yeti. And the fan is also powered by the Yeti. The fan has added quite a bit of road noise, so that's why I have this there, also for a little insulation. I got a bunch of riv nuts and riveted in some screw holes for these things, and I've got them at various places along the van for strapping things down, the bikes and some of our gear, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, another thing is we have a swivel seat here, and we have a heater. This little heater worked quite well. It was 28 degrees out, maybe a couple nights, and we were in the 60s inside the car. When I'm not using it to heat up the car, I plug the Goal Zero into the shore power because it doesn't charge enough via solar in this setting because we're in the trees. On the roof of the van, I have 3 Vantech racks, a 100-watt solar panel, and a max fan. The racks are for the canoes and to mount the solar panel. On the back of the van, I have our bikes. Another thing is I upgraded the tires to Cooper Discoverer ST Max tires, which have an amazing beefy tread. And these work well in the snow, but they are quite loud on the highway. So every day we make about this much garbage. So here's what it looks like in the van when we're ready to roll. We got the seat swiveled around facing frontwards with window coverings up there, beds up on the roof. All our junk is strapped to the side. We're just missing the dog. Okay, you go lay down in the back. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down in the back. Good girl. Good girl.